Hello, everyone, and welcome to Bought the Dip series, Moderna, Unleash Your Trading Instinct. In our previous video of why did I short Moderna, Apple, and Nvidia, we specifically talked about 350, 360 area on Moderna and that how I was going to be a buyer there. I had to go to that area hard and fast. And the prediction of market behavior really worked this time in my favor. And so let me just show you, a quick recap of that video of what we discussed, just so you can see for yourself. Okay, so this would be a buy zone here between 360 and 350. Anywhere in between there would be a buy zone the first time it gets there. Okay, so the first touch to this number is where you would buy, and then you would see a bounce. So the main point I want to get across is that there are specific areas on the charts where there are really good buying and selling opportunities, and that's what my series cover, my short selling and my gap trading series. That's the strategy, that's the framework on how we pull profits from the market on a regular basis. And we do have our framework that we go over every time, and these are our short selling guidelines. You want to see stocks at all-time highs. And we determine that by a pivot point, and that pivot point we see it from on different time frames on the 5-minute, 10-minute, 15-minute time frame on the charts, and then you see breakdown candles and patterns shape up, showing you a sign of a trend change. And we did see that, so we've been shorting Moderna quite often, and now we came down into an area of support and bought the dip. Right, this is not part of our series that we do, but I just want to share you some information here, some educational content of how we look forward into the future to see certain behaviors, and when they happen, we take action on it. So we did buy it at 350 today and 360. So we did 2 trades. Let's take a look at the chart. And there you have it. You have your Moderna chart here. So when it first came down to 360, we bought, it bounced 1%, we take profit. So at 364, 365, we took profit there. And then it just continued back down to our second number, which was 350, bought there. And when it rallied at 355, 356, we took some more profit for a little over $400 in total gains today. And you can see there was a lot more upside. So what are some areas that we're looking at now is it to retrace. There's 2 areas now at the top of this breakdown candle, and then up here at 390. So those are 2 areas that we can look at shorting it for a 1+% move, where we would be taking profits. If you want to be more conservative, I would wait till we're seeing a test up here. We are in overall a bullish trend on Moderna, but we've made some crazy highs, and it's time for it to pull back. And the reason why we were looking at that area is the market likes to test the lows of breakup candles and the highs of breakdown candles, and that's why we tested the lows here exactly of this breakup candle, and it was a really good buying opportunity. And what we could see here is we can then see this consolidate in here. So there might be some whipsawing around up in this range, back and forth, before we decide to go any higher or any lower. So I expect a lot of volatility. I'm going to be looking, my next buying area will probably be down here, somewhere around 320. But we already filled this gap, so it's not that meaningful. But we will be looking here. This was a low 320, right? Other than that, we're looking at gaps that were recently formed. So if we look here, and then that's at the 390 mark, and then so these are obviously some other interesting areas here at 440, and also here at 405. So 390, 405, 443, 483. These are an important price. Take note of them and watch how the price behaves in and around those numbers, if they just hang out there or if they get rejected. But those are your, a way that you can, guide yourself in saying, well, no, I need to cut my losses if it trades, and starts closing in these areas here, right? If we come up in this area and we start closing above this number, that means we need to get out. So watch the stop loss video that I've created on how to properly execute that, and I explained it in there. And in the case that you want to short this, filling up this gap for a pullback, but I can definitely see maybe a double bottom kind of setting up here before we go higher. So if we come back and test this 350, I'm going to be paying attention and looking to buy again for hopefully a double bottom and a bounce back. So definitely some key areas, a lot of volatility, a lot of money to be made with Moderna. So keep watching and see you tomorrow.